Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. What's good, world? It's your boy Rob, Gio, Andy.
Go.
Real talk, real views. Coming through with another episode. Hoping y'all have a great weekend. Yo, what's good with y'all boys, man? Is it raining? Where you guys at? It's kind of rainy over here for some reason.
No, I'm good. For sure.
Oh, you raining?
I'm raining.
No.
It's raining.
All right, man. But just to get right to it, we got a lot to talk about today, fellas, man. A lot of shit. First of all, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther actor. That was just unfortunate. Wakanda, baby. Wakanda,
Forever.
you did something for me, man.
Forever. For real.
Buddy, you're so stupid, dog.
For real, man.
Whatever. Yo, but rest in peace, man. This fucking cancer, man. I'm gonna say this too for the record. Yo, if anybody knows anybody that has a cure for cancer, quit being selfish. Quit being selfish. Let it out, man. I'm tired of people dying from the same bullshit. We got fucking self-driving cars. We have technology beyond the world. You're telling me medicine hasn't advanced as well? I'm not buying that. I'm not stupid. So if you have cures for a lot of diseases, start distributing them. Stop fucking being scared. You need protection, somebody will protect you.
But you already not from the government, CIA, MCI, all them initials. Not them. They will find you and they will kill you. That's why a lot of these things, trust me, there's cures for HIV and AIDS. There's cures for cancer. There's cures for a lot of things. And some of these things, they're naturally in the earth. Naturally. Like there's natural organic things that we could eat.
Of course.
For our bodies, to nourish our bodies, to cure these things or to reduce the effects of these things. But you think these officials want us to know about these things to help us live? Remember, there's a turnover rate. Death to birth. Remember, there's babies coming in and there's people dying every day. They want to make sure that ratio is more of a whole lot of death than a whole lot of people coming into the world. It's sad to say, but it's true. That's what they want.
Land of the free, 50 states. What more do you fucking expect? Of course you're gonna get over fucking populated. Common goddamn sense. If that was the case, why did you have 50 fucking states? Common sense.
Why do you think China? They limiting everybody to one fucking kid? One kid. You can only have one kid in China. One kid. What are we gonna do with the one kid?
Snipped. You gotta get snipped right after. Like shit, no mistakes. That's the thing. Everything the government puts their hands on, they just fucking ruin. And aside from Chadwick Boseman, because we are gonna get into it, because I'm just so it's messed up. We lost two legends. We lost Tim. We lost Kobe Bryant. We've lost a lot of people. Like every single person, from whether you think that this person was below the totem pole to above the totem pole, we lost them all. And then what we were going to talk about today was the Jacob Blake situation in Kenosha. When I saw the video, I was enraged. I punched the fucking desk. I was angry. I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit. I'm mad as fuck that these fucking professional athletes still decided to play their sports. We don't need nobody to play sports right now because there's too much distractions with entertainment, too much distraction in the media, and people are tired. People need to realize we have to stop getting distracted. We need to solve the situation before we can get back to the entertainment. That's the way that's the way it's supposed to be. LeBron James, a lot of the guys were surprised that LeBron said, man, fuck it, we shouldn't even play this season. All because the Milwaukee Bucks decided, without him and Chris Paul's so-called approval, to go do their little boycott. Why the fuck should they ask you guys? You guys aren't their fucking daddies. I'm sorry. Like, this this leadership shit, people put themselves on a god pedestal, and I just don't like that. If you are a leader, you don't act like a god. You're not no fucking god. You can't cure somebody. You can't save anybody. Cut that shit out. Well, how the hell you gonna tell Giannis? How the hell you gonna tell Giannis, yo, you were supposed to check in with LeBron and Chris Paul? Shut the fuck up. He's a grown ass man. That's
No, but
his team.
I don't.
He can do what the fuck he want.
To my knowledge, I don't even think it was Giannis that led it. I think it was
It wasn't Giannis.
It was
That's
George Hill.
crazy.
It was George Hill, right?
Oh, George Hill's an alpha.
Hill.
Yeah.
He's
So,
an
but,
alpha. He's an alpha.
but here's the thing. So
Get out of here, Lord.
I think the only thing with that, Robin, I hear what you're saying, but it's all about the orchestration of a plan. Because I think if I don't know if I misheard it, but when the shooting happened, the players had a meeting already prior to the boycott, and it was going to execute.
It was just two of them. It was the Milwaukee Bucks that was talking to. They were talking to. Shit! I forgot the other team because it wasn't Orlando. It was another team. Was it Indiana? I think it might have been Indiana, but it was a team. It wasn't Orlando. It was another team that the Milwaukee Bucks were talking to, and they were talking about how everything needs to stop, and that's how it kind of transpired. But yeah, go ahead, Andy.
No, yeah, like, and I was just gonna say because I think they had a plan place to boycott in probably another manner, and it's like the Milwaukee Bucks just ended up just doing the way that they did it. Which at the end of the day, my mind is like, yo, it still caused this situation to be highlighted in an effective manner in a certain way. Now, when you say that we need to cut off all the distractions until a solution is solved, I'm with that. But I think the issue then comes down to money, as it always does. So it's like, okay, so if players don't play, how much does that affect a lot of individuals? That affect the people that's working in the bubble. That affects the owners who really don't care, but I'm not even going to discuss on that. That affects the players themselves. It's a lot of things that's going to go on, and a lot of logistics that needs to be in place to then accommodate for them not playing. And so I think the issue is with them playing now is like, yeah, they're playing. And right now, I think I just heard a message from Chris Paul saying that, okay, I want the focus to be on voting right now. We need to have to play it like more awareness on voting so we could change those that are currently in office that's causing this systemic racism to continue. And I think for them, that's the best thing for them to do right now.
Yeah. So to kind of piggyback off Andy with a lot of situations. So with the whole NBA players, I agree with you guys up until, right, saying that the players don't need to play, right? Like they need to play, right? Not only for financial reasons, because you're not able to one, provide for your family, because you got to think about it. How about these first year rookies, and they're in the bubble. They got to
give
get
them a rookie package. Give them a rookie package. We're going through some hard times right now.
The rookie package is based off your performance, and if you're not performing, you don't get paid. So how are they going to do that? Now,
go off with money.
Now, good luck with that. Now, with all that money that does come in, right? They can go ahead and provide like what LeBron is doing. He's taking some of the money that he's doing with the I Vote campaign thing that he's doing, and he's putting more polls, and he's putting more polls out here in the streets for people to vote. Same thing with Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon. He's doing the same thing with that. He's doing these things where they're putting out more polls for people to vote. So a lot of things that the players are saying is vote and vote for your president, obviously, but your local governments, you feel me, and the people in between. You want to not only change the president, but these other people that are in office for more than 20, 30, 40 years. You're looking at the legislation. You're looking at these same people that were there probably 1980, 1970. And what you think? And what you think they were raised off of?
And I
Racism.
think, and,
Like,
and,
you know what I'm saying? Like
no, and I think
slavery in that time.
I think that's the biggest thing, because I think sometimes it's like, Rob, you say take action. I'm gonna ask you what action needs to be taken.
Yeah.
It's like,
Me?
huh?
No, go ahead. You good, Andy? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, what action needs to be taken? Exactly.
This, I ain't gonna lie, this is a tough one. We need to start limiting government control. We need to, because they're
What do you mean by
doing
that?
too much. Like, there's a lot of things that they're doing. First of all, the education system is jacked up. I was telling Joe earlier before we were talking a while ago, used to work to pay and put themselves through school, through college. Now they're graduating with so much debt that they can't even pay it off. There's people that take 60 years to pay their debt off. So 60 years to 60 years till I can actually retire with Social Security, but it's also 60 years of me paying off the debt. What money am I gonna have left over? Makes no fucking sense. We can start right there. Then history needs to get changed, because the kids are not being taught the proper history. You know what I mean? Like, we're like there's a lot of white people that are not educated on blacks in the communities.
They quote unquote white it down.
Yep.
Exactly. That's the quote unquote thing. They white it down.
And then we need to, another thing, something that's just so important to me. We need to hold people in positions of power accountable. And this is what I was talking about with the sports. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in our lives, we get just so busy that we don't care about these things, and we don't necessarily give it the attention that it deserves, because we're so focused on trying to take care of our families. But the very people that are in power, they play a role in us taking care of our family. But we're so busy just taking care of our family, we're neglecting the fact that, hold on, maybe this guy has to go, or she has to go. You know what I'm saying? And with Chris Paul, with the whole voting poll thing, yeah, that's cool. But to me, the government having so much control, you see what they're doing with the control, right? If the government actually knew what the fuck they were doing, this police shit would have been snipped in the butt years ago. Probably would have never happened. They've been letting this shit continue. Like, damn, you go back 1992, the Rodney King beating. Then you go further back. Oh man, let's start calling the National Guard and let's get them all on these black people. Let's put the dogs out, the water hoses. Wasn't there a government available then? What did they do? Nothing. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with them. Like, yo, they're not gonna have our backs. They're not. That's how I know. Like, I always knew something was wrong. I was like, when I was a kid, and my dad was like, "Yo, Robin, I'm getting Social Security. They're gonna take care of me." And I was like, "Dog, something's just not right here, man. I don't believe that shit." Because what happened to our elders? Who was taking care of them? The kids. They didn't have no money, and in their time, they worked their hardest. Show for it, nothing. My Social Security money that gets out of my fucking check is going to somebody's pocket to keep them wealthy and to keep me poor, because they like it like that, man. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of plans of action. First, we need to start with the education system, Andy. The education system and government need to get out. I don't know where you would like the government to be involved in, but that is a good question, Andy. Didn't put too much thought into that part, but I would like some government restrictions, because they're in too much control of shit. And I know one thing is they gotta let go. These players, like I hear Joe, but these players need to fucking grow up. I'm sorry that you were a rookie and you just got into the league and there's some fucked up shit going on in the world that's a little bit bigger than you. I'm sorry that that's gonna affect your pocket, but motherfucker, grow up. So did Martin Luther King. They knew that. Malcolm X knew that. Malcolm X wasn't even rich. Malcolm X was fucking living in a fucking ragdoll house while his fucking little what's his fucking name? The elder Elijah Muhammad living in a goddamn kingpin rich ass fucking mansion. Get the fuck out of here. Malcolm X was the fucking leader of it, and he wasn't even getting taken care of, and his family wasn't getting taken care of. There's Yo, like this whole government system, that shit is trash. We're too selfish as human beings. We don't deserve that shit. Human beings are selfish. No one holds them accountability to their selfishness. Nobody does. And then you got and then I ain't gonna even lie, dog. Then you got church, another distraction. Keep praying to God and He'll help you, help you. Man, all my ancestors thought that. Martin Luther King thought that. He still died at the end. Malcolm X thought Allah was gonna protect him from getting shot when he was on stage. Allah didn't come through. He still got killed in front of his family and his kids to make it worse. So religion also could be a distraction. Because you keep on praying and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
So pretty much
at the end of the day, since we caused this mess, we need to fix this mess. But even though it wasn't us individually,
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about all the situations. I'm talking about the chaos. I'm talking about
who's
the
we
racism.
Caused the mess. Who's we caused the mess? Who you saying is we?
No, my bad. I mean the white people. And there's a big issue in the black community as well. Uncle Toms need to be addressed. I almost think Uncle Toms are almost as dangerous as white people. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm going off the bat here, Andy. I'm telling you, I told you I had a lot in my heart this morning. Uncle Toms are almost as dangerous. Like, for instance, I'm trying to get this opportunity to work with whatever.
Focus your energy. You go in a lot of places right now.
You really are.
My bad.
You're everywhere. We're trying to listen.
Too much of my heart, man. But like I said, I have had an opportunity, met some African guys, and they're trying to hook me up with a job. Right? Here's how I know we have a big problem in our community. So I'm waiting for my man to hit me up. He said, "Yo, I got you. Truck will be ready in 2 weeks." 2 weeks goes by. Yo, what's going on? I'm doing business with my own kind, right? And they always say, don't do no business with us. Do it with the whites because they get the shit done faster. There's so much shit to be addressed in our community. Whenever we do business with customer service, we need to step our fucking games up. There's a lot of great black businesses out there, but they don't even market themselves. They're doing it lazy. You can't do it lazy. Somebody died for you to be able to do that shit, man. You can't. You have to do it with fucking momentum, with passion. Come on, man. Consistency, man. Like you like that. That's the thing that bothers me. You go to a fucking black business and they're not as passionate as the white people, and then that's why you keep going back to them and you keep giving them all the money. And you're like, why is there not no money being recycled in my community? But when you give that one person the opportunity, when you go to their business, they fucking let you down and it pisses you off. Like, come on.
So
I'm sorry. There's a lot of things. I apologize, man.
So that was like 5 podcasts in like a span of.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
That last one though, I do want to talk about that for another podcast because that's something in and of itself, supporting the black businesses and everything like that. But going back to the issue at hand with Jacob Blake, in terms of changing the government, I think that's where the voting comes in. Again, we're going to change individuals who are, quote unquote, in the government, in legislation, in the presidential office and everything like that. So by voting, it gives us the opportunity to understand who out of these candidates have the best interest for the people. So that's number one.
That they proclaim.
Thank you. That's huge because they might say one thing during the election and then
two-face.
So that's real. Yeah. That's real as well. But I was also going to say in terms of what about African American cops, right? There was this one clip I seen. I think she was like a black female captain, right? It was during the riots after George Floyd's death, and one of the white officers, he was kind of being a little bit aggressive with one of the protesters. She cut that down with the quickness, right? And I'm looking at that and I'm like, it's that simple, bro. So it's one of those things where in a black community, before I get to that point, typically what I've heard, the way the police academy works, they place the officers based off of their background, based off the languages that they speak. So if there's a Hispanic cadet when he graduates, because he's fluent in Spanish, 9 times out of 10 he's be placed in a Spanish
Spanish,
neighborhood.
no, that is accurate. That's true.
So on and so forth. White man, typically white neighborhood, etc., etc. Italian, Asian, same thing, right? For the black community though, because I think I heard on a podcast there's only about 7% African Americans go to the police academy, right? Um, Typically, you might have a few black officers in the black community, but majority might be white. And so there was a thought I was having to myself was like in terms of like the way that black people move and speak. We could be having a good time, laughing and joking, but we're loud naturally, right? To the white person, that might seem like a ruckus. You know what I'm saying? That might be like, oh, what's going on over there? That's a lot of noise that I'm not accustomed to hearing or seeing. You know what I'm saying? So because it's outside of their cultural norm, they act out of the unknown, which is fear. And that's why stuff like this happens. And I think the solution could be, we just need more black officers to be in the black communities because they know how to communicate with black individuals. So if you see a black woman yelling, oh, she's upset, she's not a threat. If you see a dude, hey man, they playing man, his arms are all over the place because that's how we talk. They're not a threat. That dude is just simply upset. And I think that could be the thing that really could be a huge difference, man. It's just that we have more black officers in these black communities, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. But you do want to have different ethnicities in the black community as well. Why I say that? They need to learn from us as well. They need to understand where we come from, how are we living, why are we having so much type of, this energy that is beyond us, and see why we're so frustrated with what goes on in our everyday lives. Like if you see where we come from and how we are living and what we have to deal with every single day, you're gonna realize like, damn, they got it rough out here for real. Like maybe their perspective change, and when their perspective change, they may talk to one of their friends, and then one of their friends talk to their friends, and that's how it may come down to that. But like you want them to understand us and learn from us and see our side and see our view and see where we come from, because I think that is just as important as having black officers and black cops in our community. Like you said, it's 7%. So how many black cops are really in our community?
None.
Not at all. Like I live right here. Where I stay at, there's a police station right here. How many police officers go by? It's all white.
No, it's crazy though too, because it's crazy because Robin, you said a story before, like it was when you was working at the social care office or whatnot, and you said when you were shadowing your white coworker, and it was she got a call for in regards to the black family. Y'all got there, and she's saying one thing, but they looked at you for like for help, right?
Yep.
And I'm thinking like when something happens and you call 911 and you see it's somebody that looks like you, that's just a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you'll understand. It's weird. You see a white dude comes through. Like, yeah, but when you see somebody else, I'm not even going front. It could be a Hispanic. I'm still at ease. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic, Asian, I'm still at ease. But if it's a white person, it's like you might not understand me. There was actually a situation, and my mom wasn't even there. There was a situation. I don't even know if I should talk about this. Whatever. I was in the Marine Corps, and one of my Marines, she was going through it. She was going through it, and she tried to commit suicide, right? And so I got a panic call from her. So I drive to her place. The door was open. So I get in, call 911. I think I took another Marine with me. She calls 911. So both of us are in the apartment. And so I'm on the ground. She had like pills in her hand. I took the pills away from her. And I'm just like comforting her or whatever, right? And then the police walk in, right? And again, I'm not thinking of it. It's 2 white cops, right? They walk in. What's the situation? I let them know like I'm a corporal. This is that, and they take care of her, right? The next day, I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, that could have gone hella bad. Big black dude. So she was my Marine. She's white, blonde hair, blue eyes. I was like, that could have gone hella bad. They could have came in, just seen a big black dude over this white girl. Hey, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? That could have gone like south real quick. But luckily, they didn't treat me no type of way. I was like, so there was in that situation, it went well. But I also wanted to say, I don't know if you guys heard about the whole Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion thing.
Pussy. It's a fucking pussy. Go ahead though, man.
No, here's the thing. So I heard.
God damn.
No, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of do agree with you. But I was gonna say, in terms of like with Megan Thee Stallion, she said the reason why she didn't call or notify the police about the incident is because Tory had a gun. Tory is black. If the police would have came, they both probably would have been dead. So it's like, it's the fact that when she said that, I'm like, damn, we probably do want to call. We probably do want to call and ask for help, but because of our skin tone,
we know the result. We know what may happen. We know what may happen, and that's crazy. And that's the fear. We rather deal with the current situation that is happening in our everyday lives versus calling the cops. Because at the end of the day, that's it. Us calling 911 might just be just much more dangerous as the situation we are currently in right now.
So I've never been a fan of calling them.
So it's just like, damn.
That's
like, damn, like.
Hey, Joe, tell him the story about. Joe, tell him the story when you said you saw a parrot in the house and you called 911 and they never came. Was it a bird or?
Was it a bird? I don't even remember what it was.
You saw a bird. You were terrified. You called 911. They put you on hold.
First and foremost, that was a hilarious call, bro. That shit was so
never came. I called them like 2 hours later. They still ain't here.
They still wasn't
bird. There. Oh, sir, you'll deal with it yourself.
First of all, before you guys get on me and kill me with this thing, it wasn't like it was a pigeon or anything like that, okay? I am terrified of crows. Some with crows.
I never knew that.
I'm terrified of crows. If you see a crow and I'm next to it, I'm going a different direction. It is facts. Because I've been attacked by crows on numerous occasions, so I give them their space. I let them go. I don't care how much they flying around. I'm going around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going a different direction. Like, I'm terrified of crows. So it was a crow that went inside the house, and I'm calling. They picked up. Hello, 911 was emergency. I'm like, there's a crow in there. All right. If this is not an emergency, what do you mean it's not an emergency? It's a fucking crow.
Not an emergency, sir.
There's a fucking crow in the house. They just like, all right, we'll put you on a brief hold. We're gonna transfer you over to animal control.
That's what I was gonna say. You should have called them.
Yeah, so I called animal control. Animal control said, so where's the crow now? It's in the house. Where is it? It's in the kitchen. What is it doing? It's just, I don't know. I'm not going over there. He's like, well, you got to take a look to tell me where it is, sir. I'm like, nah, I'm scared that it might hurt me. And they're like, crow's not going to do anything to you, sir. Just go over there and go look. I'm like, it's going to attack. They're aggressive creatures. No, they are aggressive creatures. Like,
oh my God. How fucked up is that?
All I did, I didn't see the crow anymore. Like, I don't know where it went. Probably went underneath the table or something, trying to see if there's like food or something, like leftover food, maybe. I opened the door Next thing you know, I go all around the house. I'm looking to see where it's at. I don't see it no more. All I hear is outside. I look. That's the fucking crow with the food in his mouth, just eating and all this bullshit. I was like, man, that was crazy as hell. And
So we went inside for food.
So what happened was Jenny, our sister, left the fucking door open. And that's how the crow came in to begin with. But that was a whole different. I was scared for my life.
Oh man.
No,
But let me go ahead, Andy.
No, I was just gonna say though, man, like, oh, it's crazy though, man, cause like, I like how you said before we got into your story, you said us calling the police can make the situation far more worse than what it is, right? And so a few things is, I think that's why I wanted to ask you this before. When they say 911, you call 911 in case of what? Mercy. Now, I want to ask this, and I want to be very careful. I want to be very clear. Is suspicion an emergency? I think this person is doing something, right?
Well,
Trayvon Martin, like you don't know, and I understand like that's something could happen. I understand and I get that, but it's like it's a lot of situations where a black person gets on the wrong side because a white person calls out of suspicion. You know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't, in case of emergencies, bro. It's like that means something is happening at that time. Like something's happening right now. Fire department, there's a fire, emergency, and they come. They don't come if there's no fire. You feel me? So it's like if there's an emergency present, that's when you call. And it's like, in terms of the whole Jacob Blake thing, man, it's the fact that it's crazy because he tried to be a good Samaritan. It was a dispute that probably wasn't his business to get involved in, but it was a dispute that was probably getting domestic. So he tried to calm it down. And then the cops get a call of this domestic dispute. They come. He says he's not a part of it. They don't believe him. They say that they try to tase him.
They did not.
No,
they did not.
So it's like, yo, you're gonna have to shoot the man. It's like if there were more, and I seen 2 cops, right? I think there were more cops. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, if he's walking away, have the other cop block his path. You don't need to like. Why does the guns need to get involved? Why do you need to shoot him 7 times when 1 time will clearly hurt? Like, there's so many things. Tackle the man. It's so many
What happened to that? Oh my God. What happened to that?
It's like, why do you need to shoot? It's like, in my mind, I don't know what's the laws against. Like, is it illegal to tranquilize humans? I don't know. Is it inhumane to tranquilize a human?
Yeah, it is. You can't do that.
So you can't tranquilize them, but you could kill them. You can't tranquilize them and put them to sleep, but you can clearly shoot them and make them paralyzed, in which they can't walk anymore. Tranquilize that, they'll wake up eventually. I'm so confused, bro. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
And this is what we need to do, right? The people that are training these officers and telling them how they need to go about situations need to be reevaluated, reassessed, and put into actual plan to where we could address the situation in a way better fashion. Like, this is ridiculous. 7 shots. What happened to bam, shoot your leg and that's it? You got a little wound and that's it. That's all we doing. Listen, or you shoot the ground, warning shot, bam. Can we get a warning shot?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, but at least
is there something like that?
But you know what though? At least I'm really happy that he survived, man. It could have been another case of him, another black man being dead. But
what do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm still mad.
As long if he survived, yo, he's paralyzed. He's
I know, that's right.
Their kids are traumatized. The kids are in the car. They witnessed everything.
You're
They
right.
heard the shots. They saw their dad.
Yeah,
They in the
you're right.
hospital. He's in the
Mhm.
chair. He can't move his legs. All that, dad, let's play football, basketball. He rolling. He not doing anything like that no more. Like, that's damn near death.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah, you're
no,
right.
no. Hold on,
You're
hold
right.
on.
I'm hearing you,
That's
Gio. I hear you.
it's. I hear what you're saying, Gio. I feel that. I feel that 100%. Um, but what I was gonna say is he could use that to advocate for change. You know, he could, but it's just annoying, bro. Like that this man's life is now altered, bro. You don't know what plans he had. You don't
Yeah,
know what moves he was gonna make.
you don't.
It's
You
like,
don't know. You don't know the job that he had required him to be in a physical fit shape. You don't know if he was in the
Mhm.
office. If he was in the office, well, granted, he's in the office. He could do that. Like, he could do an office job. But now, let's say he was working at a place that was providing him 22 something dollars an hour that required him to be on his feet. What you mean you rolling to work?
Mhm.
You just
Oh,
jeopardize this man's money. The way he
yep.
provides for his family, it's jeopardized. It's gone. Now he got to be in a damn wheelchair trying to figure out his means to life. He has to revamp and rechange his, like, that is mental and emotional stress that could potentially cause suicidal problems for him later on down the line. Because now
You're
he's
right.
gonna think about these things. He's gonna wonder, like, damn, is this even worth me living for? Like, yeah, you got your 3 kids, and they telling they cheering you up and try to do all these things, but in your mind, you're wondering, like, what the fuck am I living for at this point? Because everything I could do, I can't do. Everything I was gonna be able to do, I can't do it no more. Because the fucking cops want to shoot me because I'm telling them I'm not involved in a situation.
Mhm.
You're
So
not
fucking
just
dumb.
only killing, you're not just only jeopardizing blacks in this situation right here. You're jeopardizing human beings as well. But the thing about it, I could say that, but then we could see a 17-year-old with a whole machine gun walking these goddamn streets that's white as could be, shoot 2 people, injure 1 person, and you give them fucking water to
What?
drink.
Fucking stupid. I swear,
Makes
man.
fucking sense. Let it be any black person with a fucking gun walking around these goddamn streets and see if he don't get 2 bullets to his fucking brain.
Mhm. I'm
so
telling you, they know what they're doing.
This
They
shit got me
fucking.
hot, dog. I'm
That's
fucking
it. Did it?
hot, dog.
I
I'm fucking
would.
hot,
Yo,
dog.
Joe, tell me why the fuck? Why the fuck are we not? Why are we not around when these things are? If I would have seen that kid, I would have stuck him in his face.
you would
If
have been
I was
dead, bro.
around, no,
What you
nah.
think? What
The
you
cops,
think?
Hell no.
What
was
you
his a
think they
crack?
were doing?
Nah.
The cops would have shot the unarmed black man that punched the armed white man.
What man?
What? You mean I would have stole his gun and used it on those cops if they tried that shit? That's the thing, Andy. We need to. We
We
need
need you
to
alive,
not.
man. You have two
Huh?
daughters. They need you alive.
No, no.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I hear you, Andy. I hear you. Trust me, but Andy, dog, you gotta understand, dog. It's just the Haitian blood, man. Like, yo,
Yo, you
I'm
need
just
you need
not
to
about
chill.
to. I'm not
You need
about
to
to
chill
lay
with your
over.
Haitian blood and stay somewhere else, cause I ain't about to no. You better relax with that shit. That's why that's why a lot of people don't want to get involved because they know what they have to come home to, man.
But
That's why a lot of people don't want to get involved
that's
sometimes.
the thing, though.
But it's
It's like
stupid though. It still involves their life because they don't know when the roulette's gonna fall in their family. And what are you gonna do at that point? You know what I'm saying? I I don't know, bro. If something happened to one of my daughters, man, I already told my wife, book it. I'm going to basically my eyes are gonna turn black. I'm not gonna see anything. I'm
You
gone.
see red. You see
Yep,
red.
I
People
see
get,
red. Yep. Pretty much
and
just say the horns came out.
you know what's funny? You know what's hilarious? It's like once that happens, once my brother says he seen red, something happened to such and such. I'm on the flight. I'm already there. I'm getting an
I'm
Uber to the
telling you.
situation. This
I
was it.
am telling you, man.
That's how it rolls. Like, but you have to understand, like, these killings and these cops need to have a better strategic plan to come about.
What do your
It
parents
makes
do?
no sense that we have to retrain you guys to protect us instead of killing us.
You know what the cops were even made for? Do you know originally, Joe, the history? They were made to protect the government. Did you know that? There was no foundation like, let's protect society. It was just made to protect the government. So just like how the foundation of the U.S. Constitution is bullshit, the foundation of creating the cops is bullshit. Just bullshit and just bullshit. Bullshit crumbles quickly. Bullshit melts. It doesn't hold weight to anything. It's just, I'm tired of the bullshit. Why is it made off of bullshit?
You know what I feel?
It was made to protect the government? What? Why the fuck do we have them anyway? Did you see their ugly uniforms back then too? Oh man, but go ahead, Joe. What you about to say?
This could be random as hell, right? But it just came like as we're talking and analyzing these situations, I kind of just a thought came to my head, and we're advocating a lot of these athletes are advocating for a lot of blacks and a lot of people to get out there and vote, to create change, to cause change, to eliminate these people out of office, to elect different people to be in these chairs and these higher orders and switch legislation, switch local government, local heads, presidents, all these different things. And what came to my mind is, let's say you do vote for that guy that you believe to cause that's going to give us change, right?
What if he's trash?
Or that, what if he's the same person that these other people were?
That's absolutely 100% true, man. It could be one of those things where, like I said before, two-faced. They say one thing during the election, they would actually get to see they're a totally different person. But I think that's where like the history takes place of that individual as well. Funny thing I heard Plies say this.
Plies? I gotta hear this.
Listen, baby.
It was a good thing that he said. He was like, and this is not quoting the song. This is off of Instagram. He was like, because when the shooting happens of a black individual, they said, oh, look at their history, what they did before, right? When George Floyd got choked out, look at his history. He was like, y'all say that when a black person gets shot, but y'all don't say that about the president during an election. Like you don't really check out their past like that. And he still voted in Donald Trump and all the stuff that he did, right? And so if you're gonna say look at their past, like keep that across the board. Like honestly, look at the past of these individuals that are running for these seats. And if the history shows that they are for fair treatment of races across the board, and they show a pattern of being fair, then 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna be two-faced when they actually vote for these individuals and they get these seats. You know, so I think it does take education on us to be like, okay, who really is in our favor to bring about this change.
Just
have you been doing your research, sir?
No. I'm just telling you, the Republican and Democratic Party hasn't done shit. Neither of them have done anything for either of us. What have they done? Tell me, Andy.
No,
what have they done for us?
Not even that. To me, honestly, both of them are not suited or fitted for this electoral campaign. We need a different face. So to me, that's not even. To me, I did my research. I did my research.
Third party.
There needs to be a third party.
There is. You know, when the one time that I voted, right? I'm gonna just leave that there. The one time I voted. It was during, I think, the 2012.
You probably thinking 8. No, 12.
No.
Gotta be 12.
2012, yeah. I seen Barack Obama, and I seen, was it Mitt Romney at that time?
Think so.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I seen Mitt Romney for Republican Party, Barack Obama for Democratic, and then I seen all these other names under the presidents. I was like, what? But you never heard of these individuals, right?
Their campaigns are not as strong.
Yeah, but
you need money.
But they're running for president, which is crazy. And it's like, and it's one of those things where I think there needs to be, which there's Instagram, bro. Like I understand they're going like right now they're showing Donald Trump and Joe Biden, but I'm sure there's other parties for the presidency as well that they could
Both of
probably
them
use
don't need to be
IG.
fucking political.
They could probably
Think
show
about it.
like the history of what they've been doing, so we could be aware of what they're doing, and maybe elect these individuals.
Yeah.
Think
No,
about it,
somebody.
Andy. You keep that going, you keep corruption going. Why should we let you guys know who the other candidates are? Nah, let's leave it to two, like how it's always been. Keep you confused because you're too lazy to go do the research. But here's what's crazy: our generation is starting
That
to
is-
really fucking do the research, and
that
we're
is
like,
so
"Yo,
true.
this ain't
That's it.
fucking right.
That is so
This is
true.
not
You're
right.
not even lying about
Get
that.
the fuck out of here. I'm not
Media,
stupid.
media is so dang, what's the word? I'm trying to get it out. Manipulative. That too, but manipulative to every single person in this damn world. They want you to see what they want you to see. And that is it. They do not want you to do any. Because I had to really digest what you just said, Rob. Like, it's really been Trump and Joe Biden. I have not seen anybody else on a commercial.
They did have Mike Bloomberg for a while, but then he got murdered. But the thing is, did you know how much money he's worth? He's worth billions of dollars. He dropped all that money just to lose. And you're telling me all those other parties.
I mean, but that's probably talk change for him to be a billionaire. Shit,
So you have to be a billionaire. So Andy, that's how you have to run for president if you want to. You have to be a billionaire so you can drop your own commercial so nobody can tell you no. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? But the person
for it, dog.
But how's that person going to get rich if they know that person's vision is just to do right? There's no party on let's do right. It's either Republican or let's be a hardcore conservative. One person wants to control a woman's body, then the other one doesn't. Like, it's just, first of all, let the woman decide. Should abortions be legal? Why the fuck are men deciding that? That's none of our concerns, by the way. We're not women. We don't carry fucking babies. Why are we talking in this discussion? Oh, I feel a woman. Like, shut the fuck up. That's for women to talk about. Because if they abort it, you're not the one who has to live with that. Some women feel they consider themselves murderers if they go kill a baby. Like, yo, that's something for women to discuss, not us. I don't even know what they be getting into conversations about. But like, yo, like I was saying though, man, we do need a third party, Joe. But you know that third party is gonna go through shit because who's gonna cover them? We need another media company, CNN, NBC, Fox News, all those stupid ass corporations that my dad always tried to get me and Joe to watch when we were kids. Watch the news. I'm like, Poppy, this is boring. I was a kid and I knew something was wrong. I was a kid.
It's not the fact. Was wrong. The fact that the news is boring is an understatement. They're giving out what you want.
Half truth.
That's that too.
7 News. That's what I grew up.
They always giving out half truth or what you want to hear, or they make sure they don't even read between the lines. They see the headlines and that is it. Like that's how they sell you. Oh, black guy gets murdered. Oh, let me see. And then they tell you everything else, and then they leave the keynote. He was unarmed, but he got shot at. So
no, sometimes they go as far as saying like the most heinous thing that black guy did too, and it was probably years ago. Probably falsely accused of that too.
Exactly.
But they make sure they annotate that. And it's
so this is my question. What rules? I wouldn't even say rules. Like I would probably say rules. But what things do we need to change within the legal and justice system and these different things to kind of cultivate and bring the black community in? But I know we talked about the education reform because education is a keynote. But what else? What else do we need to change so we could uplift and start to? Well, I wouldn't say take over the world, but god dang it, we might as well.
Hell yeah,
might as well. Because I know we do fucking better.
Picky in the brain.
We be way better. we be way better. We be way better, man. But I asked my boy Mike. He's 43. One of my homeboys at work. I said, yo, it's either I told my boy Mike, look, man, we probably like Mike was like, dog, we can't leave. We have to stay. Because we were basically going to this debate. I was like, Mike, it's either they change shit or we either go to Africa or we go to Mars or Venus or something like that. He's like, hell no, I ain't fucking leaving this place. They can fucking leave this place. I didn't decide to come out here. And I just thought it was interesting that he said that. I should have asked him, why do you feel that way? You know what I'm saying? Why do you feel that way? But, yo, there's some guys that are like, hell no. They put blood, sweat, and tears. We picked cotton. We did this. We kept the economy flowing and all that. As far as I'm concerned, we deserve to be here just as much as the white people. But like I said, though, there are some good white people out there. But I think even if they tried to, even if they wanted,
we need to emphasize on that. We need to emphasize on that, dog. Like the white, like not every white person is racist.
Yeah,
Shout out to Max. Shout out to Max.
Max Kellerman, bro. I swear, Max Kellerman even got a little. He had T.O. get on national TV, and T.O. go tell Stephen.
He gonna tell Stephen.
I swear, I think Max is more black than you, dog. It was the biggest.
Yo, that was crazy when he said that shit. That was
Shout out
crazy.
to T.O. Shout out to T.O.
Crazy.
And now I think Steven Jackson is he had an Instagram live and he was talking about Stephen. I don't think he was saying good things about him. I need to watch that. I don't know what he said, but I think they're having some heavy disagreements.
Because there's a lot of debate on whether the NBA players should play or not. And you gotta understand, but the thing about it, agree to disagree. But the thing about it is, where is these fundings coming into? So in order for you to fund these things, yeah, LeBron is rich. Yeah, these guys got big contracts, but these contracts come with stipulations. Understand this, dog. Remember, I wanted to be an agent, so I can tell you this. For the most part, if you break or breach your contract could be voided, which means that money that you're about to see for the next some odd years is cut. What you're guaranteed is only the only things that you're going to be guaranteed. And even with that guarantee, within that guarantee, there are certain things that you have to meet as well. Otherwise, that guaranteed is voided as well. So you have to learn, like, if you want to do this, and I had a conversation with one of my friends, and we're going back and forth about the same thing that me and you were talking about. And he was just like, why not just start our own black league?
Damn, didn't I say that a long time ago? Could have sworn.
Our own league with our own black owners. Take all the black players, because remember, the NBA is what, 85 to 70% black. You take LeBron and all of them and put them in a black league. Who gonna watch JJ Redick be the superstar of the team? I'm just saying, because
they'll watch Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is gonna be the new Jordan.
My bad.
Yo, I like that guy.
Luke was a bad guy, dog. That boy is a baller. But besides the point,
yo, who called him a bitch ass white boy? Who was it again?
Montreal.
Yeah. He apologized for it, but
I know I saw that. But come on, leave him alone.
No.
Luka Doncic hasn't said nothing. Luka Doncic is just.
It's just you gotta understand. It's in the heat of the moment. You in the playoffs. Things like that happen. Yo, like we've all like. Listen. I'm not gonna sit here and say I never said that before in a game. I'm not gonna lie. Me playing high school and college and all that. Let's not act like we never went to the park. And this white boy hitting and killing us right now, like bitch ass. We ain't say that.
Hold on, Joe. Did we say that to those guys that murdered us at Barry University when they were killing us with that pick and roll? Did you say that to that white guy? They were murdering us with that pick and roll, or did we just beat them in the second game?
We thought we thought it, and then we used that. We did what Michael Jordan does. We took it personal, and then we won the next game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we won the next game, but still, like, you got to think about it, like in the heat of a moment and stuff like that. You've heard this.
What did he do to them, though, Joe, man? Like, what did he say? Did he say, Harold, you suck, you suck? If he kept saying that to talking shit in his ear, I would understand. Okay, you want to say something, you want to jab back. But he didn't say
But you,
anything. Luka Doncic is just handling his business like Dirk
but you,
Nowitzki.
but you got to remember the temperament of Montrezl Harrell as well. Montrezl Harrell, Marquise Morris, the Morris twins. You got to understand, like, those guys are known for the tough, in your face. I don't want to call them dirty, but at the same time, they be doing little dirty stuff. But you know, like they are like that in the game. So they're gonna rough up Luka. They're gonna put a body, they're gonna put a forearm, they're gonna put an elbow, they're gonna swing a little bit on Luka, make it tough for them.
Okay.
Like that's their thing. And then when they get into it, things come out. Because even Luka was getting into it with Montrezl Harrell, and he was getting into it with Morris as well. And he was like,
damn Morris twins.
He don't even want to talk to Morris. He already said it to me. He said, Morris don't have nothing nice to say to me ever. Like, yo, but what his job is to get into your head and frustrate you. Like, there's people. Yo, what pisses me off? I'm not even in the league. But I promise to you, who gets annoyed by Patrick Beverly?
I get annoyed, and I'm not even in the league. He annoys me.
I'm not even.
I just want him to shut up.
No, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
I get annoyed, like, and he be over there in the sideline doing all this. I'm like, man, what's wrong with you, man? Just chill. You're not even playing. You in street clothes. Just vibe out, man. Shut up. I mean, cheer for your team. But...
Hey, yo, Joe. So Andy has to. You got the message?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's get back. Man, let's get right to it. So we can make this vital. I want to say this, before I forget. A couple days ago. Yeah, last point. A couple days ago, I had one of my white friends at work. Her name's Amanda. She came up to me and she was telling me, "You see what happened to that guy, to Jacob Blake in Wisconsin?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw." So that, by the way, the first white woman that really approaches me about this situation. You know what I mean? A lot of white parents you may have, they don't even want to talk to you about that. They're scared. They think that you're gonna be like, I was telling Joe. There's black people that are very, very sensitive. So what they do is, if the white person say one thing that they might disagree with, all of a sudden they unfriend them, or they say you're not a good person, you're horrible. Amanda, that's what Amanda said to me. And me, I'm an open-minded person. I'm not that sensitive. I don't have time for that sensitivity shit. You might miss something. But anyway, I told Amanda I almost didn't want to talk about it on the podcast. You want to know why? Because I don't see the progress because it keeps happening. And me, I'm a real Haitian, man. I just feel like you get fear with fear. They won't do shit like that. I told them, I said straight up, you know how you can get their attention? The same cop that decided to do that, we put him on TV in front of the whole world. Hey, officer, this is what you did earlier in front of the whole world. And you guys know where I'm going with this. This is me. Yo, officer, you wanted to do this earlier, and he was like, no. But y'all know where this is going, man. That's just how I am. We strike fear with fear, and we also use the flame to burn his body as well. But because I feel like that's how people listen. God damn, we ain't messing with these people.
You on some mafia shit. You on some mafia shit.
Damn right. You damn right. Remember, at one point in my lifetime, I wanted to be in a gang because I think that shit is cool. But look, man, like,
hilarious.
It's crazy. I really like that shit. But I just can't do it because I don't want. Nah. But like I said though, man, you gotta strike fear with fear. But Amanda said, Rodney, keep talking about it. Use your platform. Keep talking about it over and over and over again. And it just made me realize, yo, there really are some good white people out there. And I'm pretty sure. And when I was out here, when I saw them in Kansas City, I saw a lot of white people marching in the Black Lives Matter little movement that we had, a little march. It was the most beautiful thing for me to see. I saw a lot of white people out there. There's a lot of them that feel the same way that we, like, yo, this bullshit needs to stop. So now there's the white people that are like us. They're like, yo, just treat everyone with respect and we can fucking be good. Let's exist together. And now they're going against their own white counterparts who don't believe in that. I listened to Dan Pena, and he's doing a seminar, and it's actually recent this year, where he looked at a black guy who was at his thing, or a Middle Eastern guy, I don't know, whichever it was, and he looked at him right in the face, a billionaire, said to him, racism is still alive. Sounded pretty fucking serious to me. And it's a damn fucking shame. It's a damn fucking shame, man. Like Andy, all we can do is just keep fighting. The NBA players, they're doing their thing. Donald Trump got to fucking go because he's talking shit about the NBA players and all the athletes doing what they're doing with their protesting. That's how you know this is the wrong human being to even be a president. He's not even the right person. He gotta fucking go. This is a problem, and if he could fix it, I know he can fix it because when Lonzo Ball's brother stole something, LaMelo stole something in China, Donald Trump made a phone call and got him out of the Chinese prison system. So I know Donald Trump has a little bit of power. I know he can do something, but he doesn't want to because he likes the fact that black people are suffering. It's all good, Donald. And it's sad, too, that we have black people in these Trump rallies voting for him. I'm like, you guys are the biggest sellouts. I saw an old man in front of me at the grocery store with a mask to cover his face for the COVID shit that said Trump 2020. And I about wanted to punch the guy in the face. Like, how could you wear that shit? How could you vote for this motherfucker? I'm not like, for what? For what? For what? And Brian Urlacher, I'm not about to leave this episode and not talk about him. Brian Urlacher, you're a fucking dumbass. Fucking dumbass. I'm not leaving my podcast and not criticizing your stupid ass for what you said. Just because a guy who has a knife and people are making a big deal out of the cops killing him. What the fuck is wrong with you, Brian? What if it was your brother? What if it was your dad? What if it was your daughter? What if it was your son, you dumb fuck? Make the question seep into your fucking soul and think. And I wasn't even surprised. I was looking at Brian Urlacher. I was like, I'm not surprised. This is Brian. I got you, Andy. This is Brian Urlacher. I knew something was wrong with him. When I first saw him in the league, I was like, he looks cool, but yeah, something a little funny. You know, when you see a white guy that may not necessarily like black people, you can just tell. You can tell certain vibes that you get. Brian Urlacher, I hope all the black Hall of Famers called that motherfucker's phone and got in front of his door. Like, yo, take that fucking back right now. I hope they didn't just let that day go by like fucking idiots. But overall, we all agree that change needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. NBA players, don't try to fight if you're not willing to sacrifice. You got to give something up. You have to fucking give something up. If it's money, fucking well. You've already made millions. You have a big house. You probably have been to every single strip club. You probably lived the fucking life. Get over yourself. You got to put it on pause for a minute. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. If you got to fucking stop the season, get over yourself. We don't have to watch you all the goddamn time. We give you guys so much money. We go to your damn game, blah, blah, blah. So what if we can't do it for a year? Get over yourself. It's bigger than you. Grow the fuck up. You guys, man. That's what I got to say.
Agree to disagree.
Oh, yo, I know, Joe. I know you feel like they should play. I don't feel like they should play. I feel like they should sit their asses down. But go ahead, Andy. Your last parting word, because I know we got a few minutes left. Go ahead, Andy. Say what you got to say, man.
Oh no, man. Both of you guys had some very good points. We just need change, man. And if it's through voting, then let it be so. If it's through more black individuals deciding to go to the police academy to become officers, let it be that. But if it's through the education of white officers or white individuals on the black community, phenomenal. We just need change to come because this ain't it, bro. It's like it's 2 months, bro. 2 months since George Floyd, bro, and then we're back here all over again. It's like it needs to stop, man. A cop should not have the final say so if somebody lives or dies. Let that person be properly persecuted. It's like take them into custody, question them, all these things. Like they shouldn't have the power to kill like that. We just need change, man. Period.
And people need to get their morals intact, bro. Their values. You know what? We may never agree with what your values are, what my values are, but we need to come into some kind of common ground where okay, you can do that. I can live with that. I can do that. We can live with that, because as long as there's peace in that truce, we're good. But if there's no peace in that, it's always going to be constant confusion, anger, and fight, man. But yo, that was a great episode. I honestly feel like we're not even done. I feel like we're just getting this shit started. It's great because I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. But yo, man, I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Real talk, real views. We've been seeing the growth. We're growing. We're everywhere. France, Ireland, Romania, UK, Canada, Ghana. Yo, shout out to all of my international people watching, listening to this podcast. Me,
Ghana,
Joe, and
no
Andy,
Rio.
all three of us appreciate you guys. Germany as well. If I missed another country, yo, thank you for all the support. We all appreciate the growth. Thank you, everybody. Check out the YouTube channel, Real Talk, Real Views, on YouTube. If you guys want to actually physically see us do the podcast, see us on video, go ahead, grow that channel as well. Like and subscribe. Share this podcast with any friend, because this is a real ass podcast where we don't fluff around about anything. So everybody, appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Fellas, appreciate y'all for getting on. If you guys got any parting words, or Andy, do we have any time for the L segment, or we cancel it again for the second week?
No, man, no. We got a few minutes for the host segment. Like, what questions did you guys have? Any in mind?
For me, Andy, I wanted to ask you. We kind of already talked about it earlier. I wanted to ask you, man. So, if you lose weight slow, will that keep the weight off of your body when you're at the weight that you want to be? Does it keep the weight off of your body for a long period of time, or so you just lose weight fast? Like, because I feel like you have to work. Because I've lost 8 pounds. Yeah, I've lost about not 8 pounds, 9 pounds in 2 months. Somebody would look at that and say, "Dog, I didn't progress," but your body looks different. It's unbelievable how it works. How does the body just work like that, Andy? How does the body just work like that?
So in terms of like the duration of in which somebody should lose the weight, ideally you want to burn or aim to lose about maybe 1 pound a week, and even that's kind of pushing it as well. But in terms of like whether it should be fast or whether it should be slow, the reason why I'm more advocate of a slower weight loss program or regimen is because you're not only losing weight, but you're building habits that will allow you to maintain that discipline for longer periods of time. So when you do lose that weight, it's permanently off, not because of the activities, but of you being disciplined in your health practice. So typically when people will lose weight fast, i.e. they go on a fad diet, but they didn't really develop any type of like principle or any rhyme or reason to the fast weight loss. When they get off that diet, they balloon right back up because nothing was set in stone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's really the for me anyway, and what I try to teach my clients, that's really my science behind it. Like, yo, we want to make sure that I educate you properly on how your body specifically works, because your body is different from everybody else's. 2, teach you the exercises that will cater to you the best, and that will allow you to make gradual change that can last a lifetime, because you will properly learn and know how to train your body to maintain the type of weight that you want. So, yeah, man.
All right. And Andy, my last question is on the deadlifts. I'm starting to do the deadlifts and all that. I'm at 225. It's going good. But what I started to notice is as the weights get heavier, it gets harder to grip it. But I like it because it's challenging me. Do I continue to do that, or do I go buy the little wristbands that I be seeing people at the gym be taking?
So, in the words, you already know we have to, Gio, I apologize, but you already know we have to quote Dragon Ball Z. Each his own, right? Famous words of the same prince. But on a serious note, it is.
I said it once ago.
It is the preference, man. I for one say, if you are looking to improve your grip strength, which has good correlations on longevity of a human, by all means, do it with your hands. That's cool. However, if you feel like because this is kind of what happened to me, because I couldn't grip it. I noticed that my form was breaking, but I know I can handle more weight. So that's where the strips will come in. So you'll put on the straps so you can maintain that grip and keep your form intact. That way you're not compromising your lower back or your posture and able to still finish that lift. Vice you gripping it barehanded and as you pulling it up, it's slipping out of your hand. So you're trying to catch it and you're getting out of alignment to finish the lift. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
could I use weightlifting gloves with that hand instead, or do I have to use the strap?
I see a lot of individuals use weightlifting gloves. I would say no. I'll say if anything, use chalk. So that's normally what I do. When the weight starts to get, so typically how I start off my progressions with deadlifts, I'll do both my hands overhand like so until it gets to around 315. When it gets to 315, some days I can still do it both overhand. Other days I'll do one hand over, one hand under.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
And so when that starts to get too heavy, I stop. You know what I'm saying? Then there's particular seasons in which, all right, I wanna aim to do heavier weight, but I know my grip is gonna be a limiting factor. I'll just cycle in for maybe like a week or two straps. So I'm going heavier weight for that period of time. So when I go back to my grip, normal grip, I can probably handle a little bit heavier loads because the body is used to handling heavier loads, but I'm now able to grip those heavier loads. So the most I was able to actually have a grip was 600. I didn't finish it, but I got it to my knees, right? But it's because I was cycling in straps to handle heavier loads, and then I'll do bare hand to lift as well. Yeah, man. Hopefully that helps. To answer your question, I'll say keep doing what you're comfortable with doing, and if you feel like your form is suffering, go ahead and get the straps, so you can still add on the weight, but still maintain your technique.
So how do you get the chalk, Andy? Do you just melt it on your hand or something? Like how does that?
Oh no, man!
Work?
You could just order it from Amazon. They sell it at Amazon. Just type in weightlifting chalk. They'll ship it to you. It's gonna come in like a box. I'll say get like a piece of Tupperware that you can put it in. I think Jill, I think you've seen it at my house sometime. I just take it out, just rub it on my hand. Do the
like LeBron.
And then
that helps your grip out.
A lot, yeah. Because I think what happens is that if you there's sweat glands in the hand, so it's one of those things that if you don't have the chalk and you pull the bar and it's heavy, it's gonna rotate and it's gonna kind of slip out a little bit. With the chalk, it still rotates, but it keeps it locked in place.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Andy. Yo, man, always good. Here's listening to the health guru. If y'all haven't checked my boy out, check Andy out on Instagram. H Fits, right, Andy? H Fits. H Fits, baby.
That's ACE. Fits. If you don't know how to spell fits, you're pathetic.
Well, my boy Andy is currently taking clients. He also does photography. This man is a man of skills, man. So check Andy out. Andy will get you right healthy, and he'll get you some good photos. Well, all right, y'all. Hell yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Joe, any questions or you done?
I don't really have a question, but the only thing was for me was I need to figure out a cookbook, man. Nutritious cookbook, cook lines of what you need to eat. Cause man, I'm getting tired of spinach. I'm getting tired of
oh my
turkey.
God.
I'm getting tired of I need a different I hate fish, so fish is dead. So
do you realize you eat all this healthy stuff and then eventually the
or a remix of
the table the table is gonna go back around and you're gonna eat the same thing over again. That's what I don't understand. People like
But
say that.
but
I need a
but
variety.
let it go
Eventually, the
back.
variety comes to an end,
But
and you're doing the same thing. But
let it
so
go back
nasty.
around then. At least
So
I
hold on.
I
Real
need
quick,
some variety in the food, man.
real quick. Jill, I feel you. It makes all the
Thank
sense
you.
in the world.
Thank
I'm not even gonna lie to you. There is some signs behind. You want your palate, or you want your food choices to be colorful. So you want stuff from different
Thank you. Is that so hard to ask?
categories. No, I understand that. At the same time though, Robin said it can be a little bit expensive. So if it's one of those things where you could just prep a simple meal of like rice, maybe white rice, some beans, and some chicken, and just ride that out, that will yield a lot more results. So like,
Yeah, I ain't complaining about that. I'll do that.
and I'll say this: prep for the week. So you eat the same thing for that week, and then the next week you change it up instead of trying to have something different every single
No,
day.
I'm not trying to have something different every single day.
Okay.
It goes from day 1 to day 3. I eat the same thing from 1 to day 3 or day 4, depending on what's left over. But at day 5, I need something different in my stomach, you guys. I need something different.
You just ride off of 2 more days, 5, 6, 7, the next week.
Andy, tell them cheat day. Just make it a cheat day. You can't
saying.
figure out. Just make it a cheat day. Go get yourself
That's
some pancakes. That's what I did.
You said go get a what?
pancakes.
No, he said
just have a cheat day. Just make
have
a
a
cheat
cheat
day. You
day.
don't know what to eat. You don't know what to eat.
Have a cheat day so you can break that mundane type of palate, and then you go right back into same meal. That can work too.
Joe, being on a diet sucks. Do you know that? It's not fun. It's not fun. You think I want to eat healthy all the time?
That's why I want a little more color. That's why I want a little bit more color in my food, dog. That's what I'm asking.
Even after a while, you'll get tired. Even I hit a couple points where I'm like, God damn, I gotta eat oatmeal again. Fuck. But you know what? It's working. It's giving me. Nobody said I'm supposed to like how it feels. I just gotta do it.
Oatmeal is disgusting.
I'm gonna take care of you. Same guy who hasn't tried it.
I'd rather make eggs every morning, dog. I'd rather make eggs.
I promise you, oatmeal on the side with that is good. Put some peanut butter in there. Fire. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
That sounds like 2 to 3. That sounds like 2 to 3 trips to the bathroom that I don't want to experience.
No,
you have to. You have to take dumps every day.
I'm not saying you don't have to take dumps every day, but the amount of dumps that I want to be on the toilet, I got stuff to do, dog.
I gotta get about it.
But all right, y'all, man. Hey, everybody, thanks for rocking with us. Another episode of Real Talk, Real Views in the Books, episode 30.
30. All right, y'all.